line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
Come one, come all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We're live here tonight from Lucama, North Carolina, here at Southern National Motorsports Park for the East Coast Racing Circuit Super Late Models Division. Hi again, everyone. I am Christian the Crusader Shriver. Welcome back to the show, and welcome back as we get the drivers situated through right now, getting things taken care of here. They are currently finishing up their last-minute practice times and laps here as they get things fixed on in. Still a little bit of time out on the track for themselves and others here as they work them on in and getting things kind of dialed in for tonight's action here. Guys like Rick Spencer Walt right now currently laying down some pretty fast laps and fast times. By about a 10th right now on Justin Lawson has got the fastest time of the night. Lawson in the back, the black 20 machine trying to see if maybe he'll have a full-on run and assault here for these guys and gals tonight and see if maybe he can pick it on in. Of course, you guys like Carter Casey here as well, and that number 2 Budweiser machine looking to possibly take home his first win here. Hasn't been to victory lane yet in the season. Brian Doty, he's no slouch when it comes to victory lane. He knows how to get there, what it takes to get the Phoenix 17 machine up there. And then the old Zebra style East Coast Racing Circuit number 7 of Brandon Coleman. One of the guys out here that you know has a bit of a long shot and a run, but he'll always put it down to the floorboards if he has to. Paul Durkee, one of the other guys, or veterans, if I've had to say, of the East Coast Racing Circuit Series. You have to keep your eye on him through the series and the races here tonight. Stephen Naylor as well, just got nailed from the back there. Wasn't on purpose by any means, but got a pretty good look in there. And then, of course, Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pip Endel, also part of the field here tonight as the field gets ready for tonight's action here and lined up into position. This, of course, is the East Coast Racing Circuit Super Late Models Division, of course, as they're currently getting things fixed on in and ready to go for tonight's action here, still working their final laps in. But let's take a quick look here at our starting lineup and how things will go down for them here tonight. So this is our Super Late Models Series. Then, of course, we are here with a little bit of a windy circuit here tonight. Track's kind of tamed in on the turn here. You'll see the track kind of go away as time goes on, but Thankfully, the overcast, not too bad, nothing too serious there. But watch for the drivers to kind of try to work their way in early on down that bottom in the middle section and try not to spin like you see there with old Walt there in 31. But that win is definitely going to be a big factor here tonight for these drivers to have to work their way through all the way through the end here. So now, right now, the drivers now finishing up the last of their qualifying runs, finishing up everything here. Now we will head them on down here and take a look at our gridding order here tonight. Let's go ahead and show you the start of them on them up. It's going to be the 31 of Rick Spencer Walt on the starting lineup. Here it is outside, Justin Lawson in the 20. Row 2, it's Carter Casey in the 2. To his outside, the 17 of Brian Doty. Row 3, Brandon Coleman in that 7 machine. To his outside, it's the 43 of Paul Durkee. Row 4, final starter, Stephen Naylor in the 4. To his outside, Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pip Endel. Rounding out your field here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drivers setting up for position here, getting ready to go at it here, of course. All looking to possibly take home this one and take this one to the end here, looking for their first win or another win here on the East Coast Racing Circuit here as they are lining up into position, getting ready to go at it here for tonight's action. Strong racers in this one and a strong lineup for a 125 lap ordeal. They are on a 1 hour time limit, so they will have to do their best to try to get this one in here tonight. Kyle Jackson saying, wish I could be racing with you, but shift work has made me away from the rig. And Kyle Jackson saying, Walt won't win this race. Paul, you need to step it up, and Carter Casey's my pick to win from Kyle Jackson. Great to have you on board here, bud. William Bruce Mann Jr. joins us in as well. It's great to have you on board, sir. There is the lights. They have come up onto the stage, which means one thing. It's about time to go racing. Drivers getting ready to go here, ready to fight them on in and set this one up for the night. Looks like Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pip Pendle, does not make the call. So it will be a 7-car lineup tonight. We'll see how this one plays out, how these drivers will fare on this track here. This track very slick when they get rough, and it's very hard to make good passes. But I'll tell you right now, good cornering and good tire conservation is going to really set them up for victory here. Let's see who can do just that as they bring him on down around out of turn 3, down into turn 4. Pace car comes off. We're waiting for the lights to come on. They hit across the stripes, and here we go. Lights are on, we're home, let's go, here we go, down out of turn 1 and down to turn 2 here off the start. Rick Spencer Walt does a little bit of a battle here between him and Justin Lawson. Lawson the outside, trying to get some momentum built in, trying to stay in the corner zone yet again. They corner him on around once more down out of turn 2 here, and now Rick seems to finally have got a little bit of momentum into the hood there. He starts to fill him on in. Runs his line in, solid as can be. No mistakes just yet from him. He's still on his own, trying to run him into his area of play, trying to get himself something to go here. Got a long way to go before you can really think about making any big moves here. You got to pace yourself, got to set the car up for that long, hard roll. And you can see right now a little bit in the back here, you got a little bit of a battle going between some of the other favorites. Paul Durkee trying to get ahead here a little bit further of Brandon Coleman, while Stephen Naylor and Brian Doty going at it here a little bit, fighting him on by here, taking him on for quite a run there. Ah, but on a turn 2, whoa! Right in front of the flag stand, Naylor and Doty getting into it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dash to turn 4 there, unfortunately for Mr. Naylor. And the Oakley number 4 not looking so good on the start here. That will definitely set him back just a little bit. And maybe a little bit of pride as well, kind of kicking in after that. But we're going to the PTM Instant Replay to find out all about that one here, folks. Here's another look at it. Take a look at that from another angle, see what went wrong, what happened exactly there in that corner, as we go ahead and show you the camera footage from all ends of the spectrum here. Here it is, the PTM instant replay in all of its glory. So they bring it on around, down out of turn 3 and 4. Looks like Naylor just gets slightly loose there, and Doty had nowhere to go. Ends up giving him the old love tap and spins him on by. And that will set up your drivers right now for the rest of this one. As we now load them up here, we're going to go ahead and have a little talk with some of these guys and see how they're holding up here. A lot of guys to talk with here and no time to waste, so let's get down to business here. Now joining me in here, this is Justin Lawson in the 20 machine. Justin, so far car's looking pretty strong there, but what's going to be the big thing to get around old Rick tonight?
I think it's a long race. We're just going to have to pace ourselves and get to the end. Keep the tires under it. He's fast, so it's going to be tough to beat.
For sure there. Well, we won't keep you around too much longer. Wishing out about the best of luck, though, and hopefully we can have ourselves a good race here tonight.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
All right. Justin Lawson there in the 20 machine taking the time to talk with us here as Rick Spencer Walt currently leads him on in right now. Got the pretty good stabilized position here as they bring him on around down out of turn 3 and 4. We're back underway here, folks. And we got trouble already on the front stretch. 2 cars upside down already. Whoa! Brandon Coleman and Brian Doty involved in that one, and out of nowhere, just when you thought we were going to get off the start, all of a sudden disaster strikes. Oh my, that was not what we were expecting there at all. We're going to have to go to the PTM Instant Replay yet again. I guess the producers are going to get their money's worth tonight. Find out what happened here. Well, right out the start, the 2 doesn't go, and Doty and Coleman upside down at the same time individually, and both managing to save it, but yikes, that was not the start that they wanted at all there. Oh my. So I will load them back up on in and try to get them figured on down around now here, and this is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation for these drivers. We'll see how well that plays out. Right now joining me here in the call, this is Paul Durkee there in the Napa Auto Parts 483. Paul, I mean, right now there's a little bit of madness on the track there right now, man. 2 cautions in a row, but still, you look like you're doing all right in that 483 machine.
Yeah, it's a little crazy here at the beginning. Things need to just settle down, get some laps under our belt. I think it's going to be a pretty good race.
Is there really any track spot that you feel like you're going to be a little bit more worried about tonight when those turns are in the straightaways there?
No, it's just it's a tough track to pass on, so there's going to be a lot of give and take, and just bide your time and wait for an opening.
For sure there. Well, Paul, we do appreciate you taking the time to talk with us here. Good luck in your race tonight.
Alrighty, thank you much.
Absolutely. Paul Durkee in the 483 machine taking the time to talk with us here as we now load the backup in. Caution lights are coming off this time by as we double file them up now on the spot here. The East Coast Racing Circuit here at Southern National. Of course, live from Lucama, North Carolina here. The PTM Racing TV crew coming down here to really give these guys a little bit of love and support. We're getting back underway racing this time by here, folks. They'll come on down around out of turn 3, down in turn 4 here. Let's see who has got the muscle and who's got the brawn. But the power already off the start definitely shows Rick Spencer Walt to be the guy to catch on the restarts. Here we go down out of turn 3. Paul Durkee now moves the chain, starting to move some power under the hood. Carter Casey's open and boom, right back inside. Crossover down out of turn 4. Side by side, they take it down yet again here. Once again, it looks like Casey has got the run. Durkee, though, you know he's not going to give him any inches there. He'll fight him back in if he has to try to get something going for himself. You see that run that Carter Casey's got right now going there in that general right in front there of the General Tire Ford Fusion machine there of Paul Durkee. Both guys giving it a hard run and a hard battle here between one another. Now we've got ourselves a battle for the race lead. You heard Durkee say just a minute ago that it's going to be all take and go what you get. And right now, Rick Spencer Walt is taking all his power under the hood and keeping it stabilized there. Justin Lawson desperately trying to get some power under the hood to get up to him. So far, though, it is still Lawson having the race lead, having his way. Right now, though, Carter Casey and Paul Durkee putting on quite the show in that run there. Neither driver going to let either one take an advantage off the other, as the 7 of Brandon Coleman now starts to wheel his way in. That zebra number 7. East Coast Racing Circuit machine starting to wheel and deal it in, starting to really show what he's got under the hood. Trying to see if maybe he can build up more momentum for the run. As we take the onboard camera here, you can see how tight and how hard these guys have to work that wheel in just to get the car stabilized. Take a quick look at what you see here on screen. They can't just overdrive those turns, though. They have to still get the car to settle down and let the run kind of come off from that. The biggest problem with this track, though, is that really, like you said, there's not a lot of areas to pass on. There's not a lot of grip to really get those big moves in. So he's got to really stay focused more on just kind of letting the car settle in and stay off his corner zones and hope for an opening. And Brian Doty right now, unfortunately, probably gave another opening there. Comes to a sudden stop there on turn 4. Puts it into the pit road there. They let the drivers run their race. Good on him and good sportsmanship, but unfortunately, definitely not what he wanted to have happen there. We'll see what happened here in the PTM Instant Replay. Here's the PTM Instant Replay in all of its glory. Comes out of turn 4. And remember what I just said about going a corner too tight? Well, that just happened right there. That's what unfortunately set old Doty back there in the pack, unfortunately. And now that's going to set him back even further. Tough break there for him there. Still, though, Justin Lawson putting the boots here and putting it to work here in that 20 machine to Rick Spencer Walt. Walt right now doing everything he can to try to hold off some drivers here. Moving the chains on by down the back straightaway here. The 31 of Walt trying everything he can to stay ahead of that area and stay ahead of that play. But currently, there's definitely no gimme here with Lawson. He's going to give it all he's got there. Brandon Coleman, Paul Durkee, and Carter Casey all in a bit of a battle, a little bit of a tangle up here for that 3rd spot. All drivers just trying desperately to see if they can get something going there. Brian Doty goes up on the high side there, staying in the wall protection. Might gave a little bit of an opening to there to Durkee or Casey, but it does not indeed. Unfortunately, Carter was able to, fortunately I should say for Carter, he was able to hold off and push away there, away from Durkee. And that's really been his successful run here tonight for him right now. Walt, though, currently still dealing with that 20 of Lawson. He is just absolutely on him tonight. Chaz Clark joins us on in as well. I wish I was there, but I'm fighting COVID right now. I cannot wait to join you guys on the track, Chaz. For all of us here at PTM Racing TV, get feeling better soon, bud. I've been through that stuff and I know what it's like. It's not fun. But just keep on fighting and keep on trucking, and we'll see you on the track very soon, buddy. Rodney Christensen is joining us on in as well here, tuning on to the show. As we are currently laying our laps in, starting to lay into the momentum here. These guys absolutely pulling on the power, putting on the throttle. No one giving an inch here. No one's giving any chances up. Paul Durkee right now doing everything he can to get around Carter Casey, but just can't find a way around him. You can't give up that middle side or that outside line because unfortunately there's just no grip there. The bottom line is shortened up enough to where you can actually run it in a lot quicker and a lot better. And that's where they're trying to pass at right now. Brandon Coleman knows what Brandon Coleman, you see there going outside a little bit. He could not get the car to get any power under the hood. And Brian Doty is knowing every minute of it. He's starting to get a little bit more ground on him. Strong battle between these drivers here. Still some hard racing, some hard run-ins here from these guys. No one giving an inch whatsoever to one another. As the 31 of Rick Spencer Walt still have, I think we're just going to say that all day. You might as well get a tape recorder out and just record my voice because Walt is still dealing with Lawson, and Lawson is still doing everything he can to try to pass him on by here. And you can see from our blip cam right now how close they are in the position and area. And if you want to look at the time-wise as well here, this is what you've got going on for these drivers right now. Time-wise, Lawson has been gaining ground on him every other lap, it appears. But Spencer has been able to really hold his own and really stay ahead of that corner there and really ahead of himself. That time, no gain for either driver, no loss for either driver. The 4 there of Stephen Naylor going way on the high side there, just trying to stay out of the way for these guys, let them run their race. You see serious miles and a half here coming down those corner zones in the area. You can see just how far and how big this track is in size. But the thing is, it's also, in my opinion, a very small track for other cars in the series. But this series in general, the Super Late Model division, this is about as good as it gets when it comes to the racing for them and how well it can get for themselves. Because if you got multiple cars out on the track and trying to battle it out, then you really got to deal with the cornering and got to deal with all that here. And that's really been the big thing that these guys are just absolutely fighting against right now. Hey, give credit due there. Paul Durkee just does not leave that rear end there of Carter Casey alone. He's trying to get it in there. It just won't stick though. It won't go in the way he'd like it to. Coming down on the back straightaway here. Still a hard running battle there from them. While Rick Spencer Walt pretty much all but just kind of sealing up his fate here. Just kind of keeping this one going for himself. But you got to wonder how much those tires are taking a beating out there. Hard to say, but I mean, right now, the way things are going, it could be a matter of time before they really start to show off what they're doing and what they're wanting to really pay off on those gains. So, right now, currently, the way things have been going, the way things have been, it's really been a matter of just how to really stabilize your car and how to really keep that car down low. And right now, Rick Spencer Wall is just starting to run away from him here. You can see right there on the lap counter and how fast Walt is getting. Wilson is having all sorts of problems to try to get it close up to him, try to really stay in that zone. And it's showing right now. But again, it's just a long run strategy, you know. It is possibly Lawson just waiting around a little bit. The way I saw him racing a little bit though, I don't know if that's really going to be the case, because right now, currently, it seems like a lot of these guys are just kind of taking their time and letting it run, but some of them really aren't really heading as hard as they should, in my opinion. And how they hit the corners, they really got to start trying to tame those tires in a little, let it later, and wait for that longer run. There's no stages here at the East Coast Racing Circuit, so they have to make sure they set up everything for that long haul. One thing to note here, Southern National has been quite a lot of tracks here. We've been here quite often here. We've ran here quite a few times here for the Pedal to Metal Racing League Series, and we've also, I believe, hit up this track for another series. I can't think off the top of my head where else we've been around here, but I know we've been here quite a bit. This track definitely has been a bit of a fast-going, paced-out track. It's always been about how you run your lines and how you run your races around here. And right now you can see exactly what we mean here. Brandon Coleman going way wide up on that high side, trying to get around Brian Doty there. Now I'm going to corner it back in, and I want you guys to take a quick listen to another turn two there. I was going to say, take a quick listen to how those tires are and how much rubber you're hearing on that track. We'll go ahead and head over to Carter Casey here, and I'll let you have a listen there. You hear how less rubbery and less noise is being made off there for Carter Casey. He's right now currently driving a slower ride because he's not trying to burn the tires in. He's letting the car stabilize itself in, staying on the momentum and staying in the power, but he's making sure that he doesn't overdrive it or overdo it. He needs to stay focused on that and kind of keep that in mind, because Paul Durkee right now, currently as he's right behind him, is doing the exact same thing that Carter's doing and just not laying into it too hard. The smoother your ride comes off on these cars, the smoother your run is for the long haul. That's why you see a lot of guys just trying to stabilize into position and trying to make sure that they don't overdo or over ramp the cars. And you hear Rick Spencer Walt there and how his tires are. He just doesn't care. He's laying a full throttle assault down. You can hear those tires just run into the ground. Couple of laps around the track there for our race leader, currently right now still with a sizable distance and sizable lead. Not giving up anything here to chance, not letting anybody give anything out to his way. Carter Casey right now trying to get something going in that Budweiser number 2 machine, trying to see if he can get some runs and a half going for himself there. The 43 of Paul Durkee kind of eyeing his end there and trying to eye up his spot as well. Not a lot of breathing room to mess up though for either driver. They've got to stay focused here. And Brandon Coleman right now, just kind of in his own zone, trying to see if he can get something figured in for himself, just kind of laying into the momentum and the power there. Carter Casey, though, right now, currently, the way things are going, Carter Casey and Paul Durkee still haven't made any ground or time up. They're on Lawson or Walt right now. Currently, they're both just kind of steady Eddie paces here and steady on their nose. But you got to believe they're also trying to lay into their throttle a little bit more and trying to stay off that area of play. And you can actually see, though, with Lawson and Casey, actually, Lawson's kind of losing a little bit of ground there, not only on Walt, but he's also losing the speed he had earlier from Casey. Casey right now is starting to get some momentum back his way here. And if he's not careful, man, that could actually play more into the favor for the guys that are currently just saving their tires up right now. So Lawson's got to start really being smart about how he's hitting those corners up and hitting those tires in. And then, of course, if another caution comes out, then that's really going to put a monkey wrench into Carter Casey and Durkee's strategy right now, because currently, the way things are going for themselves, they are still in a hot pursuit here. Well, your hard charge of the night so far, if you can consider it a hard charge, there's 2 spots is more than nothing. Paul Durkee currently is that man right now, with unfortunately Brian Doty kind of faltering back after his run there. He started in the 4th spot and he's down to 7th. He is currently in the no man's land, if you will. Still though, running them in hard as they can, still trying to fight them on by here. No give-me's, no let's around here, that's for sure. Also, folks, if you're just tuning in for the very first time here on Facebook, be sure to like and follow us up here. Go to our YouTube and subscribe there for some great content we post up every now and then. This race will be in its entirety up on YouTube right after the show, so if you missed it, we'll make sure it's up there and ready for you. Also, if you if you like what you see and want to help try to keep bantering and supporting up PTM Racing TV and try to get us some better things and new things coming our way, well, the only way to do that is to go down to Teespring website there, of course, by PTM Racing, and you will have all the PTM Racing TV gear, hat, shirts, pants, merchandise, stickers, and more. I've actually just recently put my stuff up on my car and actually been wearing them right now today, actually, so can't thank them enough for helping us out there. And if you guys want to help support us, show up and try to get things looking a little bit better and get some new creative stuff going, just simply go over to our website there. Link is down in the description below. All right, now as we come by around yet again, still fighting him on in that 31 of Rick Spencer Wald is just, I don't know what it is, man, but he is just not laying off the throttle, not laying off anything. He is just absolutely putting a footful there. The pedal to the metal has been initiated, but Justin Lawson has now indeed finally got his time back, started to get that ground back, folks. Don't go anywhere. This is still a hot run here between these guys, and Lawson sees the opening. He just needs a little bit more of a run there on him, and you can see the green right there. That means that's time gained. The plus in the orange there, that means time lost. Lawson right now has got a lot of power under the hood, and Walt knows that he's in trouble. He's trying to shorten the track down, trying to take away a little bit more momentum from himself, but it's not quite working the way he would like to, as the Oakley number 4 there of Naylor has to go to the outside line to let these drivers fight and get on in, but Lawson is not done just yet. It was a little bit ago, I believe he was really about a second back. Right now, he is about a half a second away from taking on Walt here and taking back that race lead. He just needs an opening here for Walt to take away from him. Rick is kind of putting himself in no man's land right now. He's getting himself in trouble here. Doug the Dad Burns joins us in right now, so we got a little bit of a battle now. Turn 1 and 2, big trouble for the race leaders. Justin Lawson gets into the back of Rick Spencer Walt and spins him around. The caution comes out. Oh my goodness, folks. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, we were talking about it earlier and that you can't really make any big moves around here, and unfortunately, that kind of just bit in the butt there for old Walt. We're going to the PTM Racing Speedway to find out more about this one. Here's another look at it. Right there, man. He tried to get it cornered in, try to stay in, but you can see Lawson wasn't trying to spin him. He backed off and let him try to recenter up and let him run. Unfortunately, though, Walt just overdrove that turn right there, and it cost him big time. Tough break there for Walt. Wow, what a change of events, and what all around. I don't know what else to say other than that's crazy to say the least here. But right now, the way things are going right now, I would say probably the guy we're about to talk to here might be looking the strongest here. Carter Casey there in the number 2 Budweiser machine. Carter, you got a little bit of a fan base growing in the chat, man. You got some guys that are rooting on for you and looking for you to win, but I'd say right now you're probably one of the only guys that's really been paying close attention to your strategy on the tires. What's been going on there tonight?
I've been trying to really bide my time, and I wish it wasn't as free on entry in the center, but me and Paul were having one heck of a battle there, and just hoping things work out. That 31's the fastest on the track, and maybe we'll figure something out here for the end.
For sure there, man, but I mean, at the end of the day, after what just happened there between the 31 and the 20, do you think maybe there might be enough time for you to really get a big run on them there?
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Gonna take a little bit of luck and doing something different with these guys up front, and we keep this Budweiser car clean. I mean, we'll have a chance.
For sure there. Well, Carter, we do appreciate you coming on by here. Thanks again for taking time to talk with us here. We'll see how this one plays out for you and your team.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Carter Casey there in the number 2 Budweiser machine. Ready to lock and load once again here. Justin Lawson and Paul Durkee will be our front runners on the restart here, and I gotta believe right now, if I'm in the Lawson camp, I am gotta be feeling a little bit bittersweet about this one as the green flag flies back out on the track here. Lights are back on. They were trying to hurry back up and catch their last back, but time ran out on their end. Paul Durkee about 7 seconds back of Lawson. He's trying to catch them back up here. Rick Spencer Walt there in that 31 machine. Kind of having his way right now to get back up there and try to fight back into the zone. He definitely wants a piece of Lawson when all is said and done on that leader zone. Whoa! And I don't mean it as like a little bit of a problem zone. I mean he wants to just get a good run on him and try to get something going for himself. Paul Durkee right now doing everything he can and trying to stay in that zone, trying to stay ahead though. He's losing ground and losing time up here right now as at 31 there of Rick Spencer Walt trying to catch back on him. Rick LePage joined us in saying reel him in, Lawson, then go Lawson Paul with you. And then of course Doug the Dad Burns joins us in as well. Great to have everybody on board right now. Currently though, as we get back to the action, Rick Spencer Walt kind of staying in his zone, kind of staying in his comfort area. Justin Lawson, he's slowing down quite a bit here. He's already lost about 2 seconds on from Spencer and Durkee. Here's the time zones right now. You can see Durkee starting to make a big change up. I think Lawson stayed out because he was trying to see if maybe he can make a little bit of a longer run here. But now comes the bigger problem because Durkee, with those fresher tires, is going to get a little bit more power under that hood and really start to play into his game. Here's how the pit strategy looks right now. And you can see actually Lawson did go into pit road, but I don't believe he took a full set of tires. I think he only took so many and just kind of ran it back out there and let us run in. Hard to tell on our end. Unfortunately, we are not down in the camera booth to really see what's going down there. But currently, as we speak right now, Paul Durkee and Rick Spencer Walt are doing everything they can to try to catch back up to him here. I gotta believe right now a full throttle assault is definitely engaged here and initiated here as he goes inside there. Stephen Naylor in the 4 Oakley machine, unfortunately struggling to get that car to just get back to the power it had earlier. And he's just been absolutely having troubles on Southern National Motorsports Park's track tonight. Field works on by. Brian Doty's still out on the track here trying to do something with that 17 Phoenix machine. He's had a bit of a rough going here tonight, unfortunately, and ended up in that little wreck there with Brandon Coleman. Evan had a little bit of trouble there with Stephen Naylor on the earlier start. As you see him kind of going up on the high side, letting Justin Lawson go his time, let him get his ground made up there and try to stay ahead of the zone. But lap zone right now, this is what the lap counter looks like right now for Lawson. Time's running out here for him because Durkee is actually gaining more and more on him. And look at the time zone right now there, folks. Just about 3.2 seconds off. That is the difference between Lawson and Durkee. And you can see that time is just starting to go away faster and faster out there. This could get interesting. If you want a better overhead cam here, you can see where Lawson is. Here's where Durkee's at. He's about 2 turns away from catching them here, and he's just starting to build more power under the hood. Now, 2 or 3 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but it's actually quite a bit here for these super late models. But the problem is, though, is that Lawson is just losing more and more ground up in those turns and on those straights because Durkee, with those, I think he took 4 sets of tires, and that's really what's been helping him out there, really keeping his momentum alive. Not to mention that fuel run, playing a big strategy in there. Rick Spencer Walt, though, not giving up just yet, though. 24 to go. Strong racing to be had from these guys. Strong battles all the way through. No one giving an inch here and no one giving any chances up. Brandon Coleman there in the number 7 going to work here as he goes right in front here of Stephen Naylor, trying to get some time back into that run of his. Lap time right now, you can see the difference between him and Naylor. And Naylor, well, unfortunately right now Naylor is currently just trying to find a place to just kind of get going and kind of put things in here tonight. Dennis Whitmer rooting on for Pendle here tonight. Whitmer, I do apologize, but Pendle is not with us here tonight. He was supposed to be in the track, but I believe something came up to where he was unable to attend the race. So hopefully Pendle's all right and was doing okay. But right now, currently, still the battle is on. Our focus here for the turn 4. This is Spencer Wall trying desperately to get up there to Paul Durkee and get some time back and hopefully get something back on his lap counter there and back on his point standings, because right now currently the way things have been going for him tonight, he has just had a great start but a horrible mid area to later race. But now he's not done yet. He's still got the little bit half left to go here. So if he can dial this thing in a little bit more, he can get things figured in. And right now we've got problems. Brandon Coleman out of turn 1 and 2 has come to a sudden standstill. Caution comes out there, and unfortunately for Brandon Coleman, once again, trouble's kind of getting him into problem territory here. Let's go to the PTM Instant Replay and find out more about this one. The PTM Racing Replay in all of its glory. You can see right there the tar turned in pretty quick, and he just over-ramped that throttle in a little bit, and coming down to turn 1 and 2, he just couldn't quite get it centered back up, and the caution had to come out because of it. So now the drivers will line themselves back up into position here, and right now, if I'm Rick Spencer Walt, I am definitely going to be focusing in on that possible 1.5 there for himself. Let's see how he's doing out here. All right, now joining me in the call real quick, Rick Spencer Walt. Rick, if you want to, you don't have to talk, but we just wanted to ask you how you're doing right now and see how the car is holding up to finish this one out, bud.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. A little tight. I think I touched the wall a few too many times here, and I should have used my quick repair, but it's all right. It is what it is. We came out and are half a lap behind there. I don't know what happened with the iRacing caution, but it is what it is.
For sure there. I mean, you still nothing to sneeze at. You've been running it hard all day long, giving some good runs here. So do you think maybe there's one last little bit of push there for these final 13 laps?
I'm going to give her a go, man. We'll see. I pushed it really hard in the first set of tires to see how hard I really could push it, and used them up, so we'll see here.
For sure there. Well, we're going to let you get back to the action here. Good luck down there, and finish it out, man.
Thank you.
Rick Spencer Walt there in 31 taking time to talk with us here as we get things fixed on in. Drivers now lined back up into position. Base truck gets off the track. We're back underway now. This is going to be the big one. Who wants it more? This is coming to the wire. Off the restart, Justin Lawson yet again. No surprise here. Gets a good run off that line, but Rick Spencer Wall takes back over to the second spot. Now moves the field, moving the chains on in. Carter Casey in the number 2 to the inside there. Paul Durkee can't quite get the pass. Brandon Coleman on the outside trying to hold him off. Time running out for these drivers. Time is starting to expire. 11 laps to go here, and you can see the power into the hood there. Rick Spencer Wall desperately trying to move the chains on by and trying to give it everything he can to Justin Lawson, looking for maybe a little bit of payback in his own right. Trying to move it down out of turn 4 here, moves the field on by, giving it what it's worth and giving it all she's got. Paul Durkee there in the 43 Napa Auto Parts 43 machine now starting to close in a little bit too. The Ford Fusion machine looking pretty strong out there, looking pretty solid. No one giving an inch here to either one. They're going to do all they can here down out of turn 2 to try to hold off on another final 10 laps coming your way. If you haven't already, I'd share this one around. We're coming to a strong finish. Here comes Walt back down out of turn 4 here, starting to gain some ground on him. Lawson is in trouble. Time starting to elapse. Time starting to expire. You can see the time zone and the difference between these drivers and the way things are going for each other. There's not a lot of ground to miss up now, Lawson. You've got to stay focused. Spence is on your end. Spencer giving it all he's got to try to get around Lawson. The problem is, when is he going to have to make the move to try to make the pass? Because there's not a lot of area to do that at. Will he try to go down low like Lawson did on him earlier, or will he try to go to the outside lane and hope it will stick on the middle section and get a run and a half there? That's dangerous though, because he can still spin out tires pretty bad as the final 5 laps come out. Final 5 coming down here, the 31 there. Rick Spencer Wall doing everything he can to try to hold off the corners, trying to hold off positions. They pulled him on down around out of turn 4 here, still fighting him on by. Lawson doing everything he can to hold off that power and the momentum. The full throttle assault initiated once again. Fighting it on down around once more here. Final laps coming, 30 laps to go, and the times are starting to really show. Lawson is not in that race position he wants to be in. Walt is right there with him. Can he get the runs? Can he get the corners off that zone? There you can see he puts that front bumper right to the back, almost there out of turn 2. 2 to go, green flag flying. Oh, Rick getting one more look into that rear end. There might have something coming for him down out of turn 3, down to turn 4. White flag comes out. He's trying to get the inside line. Lawson tries to hold him off. Back down in the corner zone. The front to the back. A little bit of a push to Lawson. Lawson tries to hold him off. Coming into the turn 3, down to turn 4. Lawson's going to try one more big run there. And coming out turn 4, Justin Lawson will hold up Rick Spencer Wall. What a race. Woo! That right there, folks, is what you call short track racing at its finest. And I'm going to be honest with you, Justin Lawson caught a break when Spencer couldn't get the run on him there. But what a finish and what a battle all the way through. That right there is what you call great racing there. Nicely done. Lawson doing the only thing he knows how to. It's time for a celebration here in the Lawson camp. Rick LePage rooting on for Lawson, gets the win here tonight. Kyle Jackson rooted on for Carter Casey. Didn't quite get that finish he wanted, but that's all right. He still got a great 4th place finish for what he had to deal with here tonight. What a finish and what a race for these guys. Absolutely incredible. Great stuff there from these guys. What a battle. And truly, that right there, folks, is what Pedal to the Metal TV is all about. PTM Racing TV, excuse me. I don't know how I don't know why I thought to say Pedal to the Metal there. I thought they were trying to put it to they were putting the pedal to the metal, and I don't know where I got that little mix up on there. So I apologize in advance, but East Coast Racing Circuit, Super Late Models Division, absolutely played in to what they needed to here tonight. Great stuff here. Let's take it down here and talk with our top 3. Starting off here with, of course, Paul Durkee. Paul, hey, nothing to sneeze at, man. You were fighting hard all day long. You gave it a hell of a run, but it just wasn't quite enough there to get around Walton Lawson. What happened there, man?
Yeah, I just burnt my stuff up on that first run after the pit stop, trying to catch up with the leader. We got a little bit screwed there on that caution with the wave around So, but hey, I'll take third place and not going to complain.
Third place, man, on a track like this that's extremely hard to pass on and still very hard to really make any big moves on. I mean, at the end of the day, that's, like I said, nothing to sneeze at, and I would say that was some pretty fine racing from you and Lawson and everyone else there for that. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, everybody did a really good job tonight. I was really happy with it. It's good, clean racing.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, man, still, you got third place finish, which means you have taken a trip here to the booth to talk with us. So who do you want to say to your friends and family watching across the world and across the ponds?
Well, if there was anybody tuning in watching tonight, I hope you appreciated the show, and hopefully we'll catch you here next week, same time, same place, different track.
I love the sound of that, man. Well, nevertheless, Paul, congratulations on the third place finish. We will talk with you the next time we see you, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Paul Durkee, ladies and gentlemen, in the 43, your third place finisher here tonight. As we now focus our attention here to Rick Spencer Walt, coming to a second place finish here tonight. And Rick, I know that was a little bit disappointing there for that finish you had, but man, I gotta give you credit. If I got to give the award for no limit, no how, full throttle assault, I would say I'd give that to you on that last few laps, man. Nicely done.
Yeah, thanks. I used Justin's bumper up a little bit there at the end. He spun me early, but it was just all, it was good racing, so it is what it is. I kind of come down as he was diving in, so it is what it is.
Well, I mean, with the fact that it's so hard to really make those moves, make those corners off, because a lot of guys are telling us earlier it's extremely hard to make passes around here. Were you at any point just thinking maybe you're gonna put that bumper a little bit harder into and try to pull a Bristol bump and run and get up on him there?
Yeah, I tried, but it's I don't like to really do that. This is a good group of guys, so it's pretty fun to race with them. And I don't know, I 100% could have drove in there and moved him up the track, but I was worried I'd spin him, and I didn't want to spin him around. He had a good run going.
For sure there. Well, Rick, I mean, good sportsmanship and good racing on your end, of course. Great to have you back on the show, and great to see you back here in the top 3 area. So, yeah, made it to the booth, and you made it to Talk Zone. So what do you want to say to your friends and family out here tonight?
Yeah, just thanks everyone for watching. It's a lot of fun. I race usually all summer long. With COVID, there isn't much going on, so this is about all we got to do right now. So looking forward to getting back to our own racing here soon enough.
Very, very much indeed, sir. Well, nevertheless, congratulations here on the finish, and we'll see you next time out here, man.
Thank you.
Rick Spencer Walt there, finishing second place here in the 31 machine. And now, before we go to our final results, it is time, folks. Here is your race winner here tonight. Justin Lawson now joins me here in the booth. Lawson, you've done it, man. You held off for that long, hard roll, and what a run you had. You knew Spencer was coming, though, didn't you, the man?
Oh yeah, that orange car was getting real big in the mirror. I kind of got a gift from my racing there on that next to last caution, getting a few laps where I could really run conservative. But if it wasn't for that, I think he had my number.
For sure there. I mean, but at the end of the day, though, you had a good run and a half there. But early on, there was a little bit of an issue there when you kind of got into that turn 1 into 2. I just wanted to see if, was there really any time that you were just trying to get in the inside a little bit better, and unfortunately it just cut a little too quick there, or what happened exactly?
You mean when I got into Rick?
Yeah, there at turn 1 there.
Yeah, I was running him down, it felt like, and I was going to dive in, and I think he scrubbed the wall going in the corner, and I just wasn't expecting him to be there. On worn tires, I got into him. It was definitely not intentional, but just drove in a little too deep, and I hate I got into him. But
for sure there. I mean, Rick really didn't seem too mad about it all. Of course, I mean, you guys are just absolutely great guys to work with, great to run with. Of course, there's nothing to hold back there. And at the end of the day, we've always said racing is racing, but that was never intentional on your end. But at the same time, though, it was something we caught. We just want to kind of let the fans know at home, let them understand that this is just these things will happen, especially on a track like this. So, but nevertheless, Lawson. Still strong racing, strong battles all the way through, and you have put it into victory lane with your strategy here tonight. What do you want to say to your friends and family here on PTM Racing TV?
I'll just thanks to these guys. It's a fun group to race with, and come out and check us out next week.
For sure there. I think you've got quite a few folks that will be doing just that, but nevertheless, Lawson, congratulations on your race win here tonight. You have taken home Southern National Motorsports Park's victory. We'll see you next time out here, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, the number 20 there of Justin Lawson. And that will about wrap it up here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our final results here. Final results are coming in now. Justin Lawson takes this one home. Rick Spencer-Walt, after a hard, long roll and a fight there with Lawson, he came up just a little short, but nothing to sneeze out of that finish. Paul Durkee, taking third. Fourth to Carter Casey. Fifth to Brandon Coleman. Sixth to Stephen Naylor. Brian Doty in seventh, and Pendle did not run here tonight. But nevertheless, guys, great racing, great battles. You know, there was a little bit of hiccups here and there, but I mean, that's racing for you. That's what it's all about, though, man. At the end of the day, you can't help but give these guys the respect and credit due. That was some incredible battles all the way through. And tonight here at Southern National, the East Coast Racing Circuit Super Late Models put on a strong division show. Well, nevertheless, folks, we have to call it a night somewhere. So thank you again, everyone that tunes on into these shows. Thanks for everyone that helps us out with the racing and stuff. Tomorrow night, it's the debut of Season 3 for the Pedal Metal Racing League Series. Do not miss it. We've got some new tricks, sponsors, and all that. You don't want to miss it. But nevertheless, here, folks, from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, God bless. Thank you. We love you guys. We'll see you next time when the green flag flies right here on PTM Racing TV.